Critical is this next game point here between Blacklist and Twisted Minds. And like you were saying, Kid, they have two great team fight setups. They have the Beast onto the side of Blacklist, and then they have Lapu Lapu, the Reef Heart Datu, on the side of Twisted Minds.
Yep, now which means the laning phase is extremely important. You need to squeeze value out of every single lane, every single minion, every single camp.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You need to get into the meats and potatoes of this and get all those resources that is possible here for either of these two teams, right? Because like he was saying, if the first blood goes over the Blacklist, it could definitely go south really quickly here for the side of Twisted Minds.
Yeah, it really is about, hey, how many camps can you steal? Chance has already stolen one away from TM. Yeah. Right now, what's the response from TM, right? Do they get this steal? This will be amazing if he got that steal. Unfortunately, that's not going to be off of cooldown. The sword throw will not happen. So TM, for now, no answers just yet.
No answers just yet, but I mean, you see here, Twisted Minds are definitely taking a leap out of Blacklist book from game number 1, right? They're committing a lot of resources top side of the map here in forms of City Boy as well as Highlang.
Yeah, right now, different kind of strategy going into the mid lane. You can see the lane sharing, gold sharing, EXP sharing for the side of Dragon along with Joshi. You can see that on the side of Highland though, he is trying to do the same, and finally they do make that rotation count. So for now, Clean, I think matching pace. In fact, he might be leading against Joshi a little bit in terms of EXP.
Just ever so slightly, they're leading in the XP here. But I mean, gold-wise, it is going up to Blacklist just ever so slightly as well. So they're just trading those two concessions.
Yeah, we'll see. Because I don't think both teams want to take a huge risk at this point.
The huge risk! Oi! He was hoping for level 4, but he weren't able to get it. So he weren't able to go for the Undying here. Knight, he's able to clean up and take that healing pool for himself.
And 90, what a great play. Joshi's here to slow him for a little bit, but 90, what a great start. Once again, Twisted Minds, maybe this is the game they come in with force.
Yeah, looking to neutralize this game point that we see here already for the side of Blacklist. But I mean, we're already getting a little bit too ahead of ourselves, right? I mean, it's definitely early game. First blood going over to Twisted Minds. Definitely what we were looking for within that strap.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, the other focus is in the farm lane. So far, no farm laners has actually tried the lane freeze just yet, right? They want to rush their levels, rush their goal ASAP. For now, Clean, heading close to level 6 soon. We'll see if this is going to be the difference maker. If you can force out a flash from either side, especially in the mid and farm, that's going to be big value in the 4-minute fight.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you are forcing flashes around about this time, they aren't going to have it for the Tyrant, right? So definitely maybe a point of concession here for the side of Twisted Minds, but they're looking to go for the space right, looking to clean up that gold lead a little bit further from the side of Blacklist, but just making sure that they don't lose their own jungle, I feel like is the primary goal here of Blacklist, forcing out the flash here, and the protective winds from Shanks.
That is not going to be available for the next 2 minutes. That's a long time in HOK.
It's a long time, but I mean, Clean, he doesn't need the smite, as we've already alluded to. He has the Heart and Jade Steel as well. So coming into about 45 seconds, these neutral objectives come onto the board here. He still has a horse in this race.
Okay, so we will see Blacklist already trying to force that slower rotation coming out from the side of Twisted Minds, right? Keeping 90 in lane, that's going to be very important. Now, if they can find some value with a kill at this point, it'll be important for both teams. You can see they're already setting up for Twisted Minds, but this is the Beast.
It is a Beast, but he misses out his Unbridled Outburst here very early before that Tyrant, so I feel like that's an actual good point here for Twisted Minds.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, I think Twisted Minds, they should have this 4-minute Tyrant. I don't think as Blacklist you want to contest that because, look, Heart and Jade Mark, very hard to get rid of it. Essentially, it means you have to take Clean out before the fight even happens.
Exactly. I mean, he's already looking a bit better than Bruised there. He has lost one chunk of his health bar, but I mean, look at that T1 down to the bot side of the map. The RC and the Blacklist trying to go for big pressure, but there it is. Jungle getting taken down at that 4-minute mark is going to be scary for Blacklist.
Winds all over the place for the side of Twisted Minds, and the protecting winds, no, this is the finishing winds coming in. They can take down Joshi. That's going to be a very important marker for the side of Twisted Minds. They can take this as your goal, that'll be great as well.
It would be great, but nobody started for the Tyrant here. They're just trying to force the Dragon into the pit. They force out the flash here. Looking to steal away the Azure Golem. The Ardent Jade still does come through, and Clean gets it.
Big start for the side of Twisted Minds. I really like this. Now they're ahead by close to 1,000 gold, but Golden Kite, he has vision now. It gets caught here though.
Yeah, but he has the infinite vastness, right? This is the key thing about the Lung pick. you can take to the sky, become a dragon, and save your own life. But there we go. They're stealing Azure Golems away. And look at the start for the Tyrant here. A good play by Blacklist.
Not what I thought would happen.
Nope.
They actually get their first Tyrant. So Blacklist, great answers. But now they have to deal with the pressure of Twisted Minds.
No, they know the dragon doesn't have the flash, but there it is. The Destructive Deluge. Gonna keep clean in place. Takedown for Blacklist.
It was looking good though. Everything was going the way of Twisted Minds, and somehow Blacklist, they squeeze out an angle. They take out clean. He has no buff to work with right now. Those buffs are not coming back on their side of the jungle anytime soon.
Here's the placement of that Destructive Deluge, right? Like just sticking it into that brush. I mean, it meant that the help of Twisted Minds could not come through just yet, but you're seeing here another push for the top side of the map again. Looking at that same MO from Blacklist of game number one, where they got the bot side, looking to take top here. They're just using Golden Kite to just absolutely macro this game.
Yeah, super smart play as well. I mean, that's one of the big burst damage potentials, right? Golden Kite on his long, also known as the Alwyn. He is responsible for one of the quickest takedowns in turret history across the game in HOK as well. Now, the only other thing that I want to really look at on the side of Blacklist for now is Chammy 1. Nobody has shut down this guy too much just yet. He has only fallen the once.
Yeah, only fallen once, and that was what, the first split of the game where he had no help top side of the map there. But I mean, you can see right now, Highling just trying to alleviate that pressure, but using that Space Sprite very nicely here. Golden Kite, like, this is one thing you never used to associate with Golden Kite. It's his macro playstyle. He's huge. Yeah,
exactly. He's kind of getting all of the gold across the gorge at this point. It's going to hurt them quite a bit. Twisted Mind. They should. Oh, they actually got it stolen away. That's a huge marker. Right now, it's all on 90. 90 on the side of Twisted Minds. He needs to be responsible to take the T1s. Also, hopefully force Champion to 1v1, but that's not going to be easy anymore.
Oh, the unbridled Embers into the back line. He's going to catch enough Highlang. It's going to be the blow inside. They get the takedown, and now the Stampede comes through from the Beast, forcing the flash. They get the T1 into the mid lane. Is this going to be a saving grace here by 90? Forcing out for the Bastards right now. Needs to get in the fear. Not quite. The flaming bombs comes through, and Blacklist with a T1. 1 kill, 2 kills in this game number 2.
Yeah, Blacklist on another level, and what a time to hit the strides at this point as well. They are now 2,000 gold ahead. Now the kill score is only 3-2, one of the lowest kill score games we've ever had 7 minutes into the game. But this is also something that I find really weird. Blacklist have a decent control, map control. We have not seen this in KIC 2025 for them at least.
Exactly. I mean, Golden Kite's definitely playing to a golden standards here. It's that farm lane. I mean, maybe Twisted Minds wasn't expecting Golden Kite to play this way, right? Maybe there was like, right, okay, he's onto the lung. Maybe he's going to play a little bit more of an assassin playstyle. But if you can't find it, you can't force out the infinite vastness.
Yeah, and the craziest thing is that right now, Joshi is close to 1,000 gold ahead of Clean. Not something I would have expected from Clean today. I mean, Clean has always been one of the strongest junglers in KIC 2025. Now with a representation as the last potential team of KMW, this is a lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure indeed for the PKL to actually rise to the standards of Twisted Minds and potentially take them down here using the Radiance to try and slow them down. Able to get that next Azure Golem as well. They are starving Clean.
Yeah, I mean, he's hungry right now. And Joshi, this is why. When you're hungry, you feast. The tiger is fed at this point.
He's looking for that Shanghai Lumbia right now. He's liking those rolls, but he's not be able to get them just yet. But maybe here, T2 takedown for the side of Blacklist when they have just Chi. Chammy 1, it's going to be a fast takedown.
I mean, we've had a lot of fun over the recipes of Filipino foods this past few days. You know, we had the IKL for lunch the other day from, Blacklist and Boom. But right now, it looks like KMW is on the menu as well.
That's it. Some big King Major West meat coming through here for the side of Blacklist, but into the back line. It's going to be Highland. He's looking to try to keep away Just Chi. They get the Hardened Jade Steel takedown here for Twisted Minds.
It's a great start for KMW, but they need more, right? They need to make sure that the objectives are protected as well. This is where Clean is able to get more farm across the map. Now, with that takedown onto Joshi, he's recovered that Azure Golem, which is great. He needs it.
He does need it, but for how long is he going to have it, right? Does they try to go for, obviously, Just Chi's Azure Golem in moments notice, or are they really going to try and focus this next Tyrant? But I mean, that damage going over to Blacklist, if they do get this Tyrant, is going to be a hard contention here for the side of Twisted Minds.
Yeah, it is, because then you really get that aggressive fighting power and prowess you're looking for. So the fact that number one, Joshi is not on the map at that point in time, they still got the Tyrant, that's a big win for the side of Blacklist International. Now, Golden Kite, if they can force this out.
Yes, Clean having to kind of be faced away from this mid T1 aggression here. Trying to force Golden Kite has obviously got the ultimate off of him here as well, which is going to be a good point for the side of Twisted Minds, but Blacklist, I feel like now it's their game to lose.
Yeah, I would think so too, but we know about that 10-minute marker, right? When the timing comes, when you hear the bell ring, maybe that's the turnaround the Twisted Minds are looking for. Right now, this is a very important objective. I mean, all stats point to them winning at this point for Twisted Minds. They should get the steal.
They should get the steal here with the Hardened Jade steal as well, but now it's going to be at the behest of Blacklist International. Can they break the code, or can they break the Emerald here onto the side of Twisted Minds? Only time will tell. Resetting that Tyrant is going to be a good cause here for Notion of Twisted Minds. City Boy in the brush looking for a recall.
Oh no, he got stopped.
He got stopped there. That's a little bit unsavory, but it's going to be the Radiance that's going to try and slow down Chami1, but he gets out of the bounds just for now. Double knock up into the backline for 90. It's not going to be enough. The Flaming Bombs comes through.
Yeah, they can't do it. The waves are crashing down right now. Blacklist has all the advantage in the world. It looks like they're going immediately for the trade. Clean here, he knows what's at risk, but hang on. Maybe they can get a kill here.
Uh-oh, Highlang is in a little bit of trouble there, but they do obviously have that resurrection on the Chami. Just forces them away from that Tyrant. They try and go for a Hail Mary play to the top side of the map to get that Overlord to try and vanquish that bot side wave, but it's a little bit too late.
I think at this point it's okay, because it's damage limitation for Twisted Minds. This is strength in numbers for the side of Blacklist. They only needed 4 members. They had the potential of the chance to steal as well. Yes, he got the stun, but got it off at the wrong time. Now with that being said, Twisted Minds, now they're behind by 2,000 gold. Blam, is this something that they can't come back from?
I feel like they can collect it. Obviously, if they force a fight with this Shadow Vanguard into one of their selected lanes, maybe here we could be getting some prime pair pickoffs here. But I feel like it has to kind of like rotate a Notion around Dragon. If you get the takedown onto Dragon, you get rid of that Destructive Deluge. That's a lot of damage onto the side of Blacklist that gets taken away.
Which I like that you pointed out, right? I think so far Dragon has been one of the guys that has set the pacing for the side of Blacklist International. Not only getting the freezes, the stuns, but like you said, Destructive Deluge. It brings the control, but more importantly, it brings the damage, which is, for Twisted Minds, not what you want to experience at this point in time.
Exactly. When your only tanky hero is the likes of the Lapu Lapu here for the side of City Boy, it's going to be hard for you to contest that damage coming through for the Destructive Deluge here, but a lot already be resourced there to try and get the takedown onto 90, but back into the mid lane, looking for an invade into that Crimson Golem territory.
Yep, it's all about the information right now. They're going to get the achievement at the bottom. That's great news for the side of Twisted Minds, but they need a little bit more, because take a look at what Blacklist are doing. They're actually trying to pull them in towards their Crimson side. With that could spell potential death for any one of the Twisted Mind members.
Yeah, they've kind of backed off here. They're like, you know what, let's not lose everything for that Crimson Golem. Back up and now in 1 second, looking like they're going to feed it over to Shanks here, because we look at the team side of Twisted Minds. Shanks hasn't really done anything just yet that's really kind of like stellar or even got a takedown.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Maybe this is the winning formula. Take a look at on your right-hand side of the screen. City Boy at the bottom, right? He has the Howling Wind, right? So maybe if they get the timing of the Howling Wind right, they might be able to catch Blacklist International off guard. But for now, it needs to be like a miracle play or something, because Chami1 has given them every shred of information on where Twisted Mind members are at.
Yeah, it's like he's knowing how City Boy is going to go and what the rotation, what brush is going to sit in. Like you were saying there, Chami has been fantastic at gathering that intel. It'd be really good to see his vision score as well come through at the end of the game.
Yeah, I mean, take a look at it, right? It's not just a physical ability or making sure you're limber.
Trying to get the Hardened Jade steal onto Chami1, but those flaming palms! Ooh, brother! You don't want to take too many of those!
That was a gut punch if I've ever seen one. A probable knockout at this point. And Chami1, he can keep doing this all day.
Oh, absolutely. He has his ultimate, right? He has that inbuilt Sage's Sanctuary for that Night Bloom, the Umbrosa pick.
Yeah, this is going to be very valuable. Like I said, right now you have to deal with so many things. Oh, hang on, Joshi.
Careful.
Oh, no!
3 men be committed. He's not going to lose the Lapu Lapu ulti there, but they are going to get the takedown. But it's going to be that minion wave bot side of the map, and even into that mid lane here. But it looks like maybe Blacklist are taking a fight.
I was kind of saying, oh no, because Blacklist are on their way.
They are on their way. The Unbridled Outburst is only going to get onto 1, but it's got that physical immunity onto Shanks, keeping him alive in this early team fight. But the Flaming Bombs comes through. Cascade goes down onto the side of Blacklist, but now Golden Kite is online. He has the infinite fastness. He's like, you can't lock me down. But still, he lands. He gets hit by the Lapu Lapu ultimate.
And Twisted Minds come back. What a fight for them at this point, taking 4 lives away from Blacklist. This is the formula they needed, but they need a lot more. They're going to start working on this Shadow Overlord. And Blam, at this point, if Twisted Minds cannot find any more openings, this had to be the one.
That had to be the one. This is the knife to open the can right now of their side of Blacklist. Blacklist. And we were talking about that gold lead moments ago, saying how can Twisted Minds come back, and that's exactly how. You force a team fight, you're now putting pressure into the enemy jungle, you're taking away those resources.
And once you give them a taste of what victory looks like, Twisted Minds, they come bearing their fangs. So at this point, I think we take a little bit of a slowdown for the side, because Twisted Minds, they can try and drag this game as long as possible once they get the goal lead. And I feel like that's only going to come with the Tempest Dragon.
Yes, it's going to regulate emotions, regulate those kills, and just make some motives here for the side of Twisted Minds. But once again, Chami just trying for looking for that intel, trying to get the pickup, doing a lot of damage on the high line, forcing him out of that team fight.
A very scary position for the side of Blacklist International. Now, with that being said, Twisted Minds, I think they can play this calmly, slowly as well, because they have the Shadow Overlord at the top side. But wait for that to crash towards the T3s, and then you start contesting with Blacklist International. Or maybe even now.
Yeah, even now, especially with Golden Kite away from this team fight. But I mean, he's been pretty much absent from the team fights for the entire of the game. Radiant's being used there by Chaz, just to try and see if there's anybody in that nearby brush.
I mean, that advantage is slowly getting cut out. If Blacklist, they're able to deal with that Shadow Overlord on the top, there is a potential for them to win big in this team fight. Now, Clean, like you mentioned before, not the tankiest.
Once again, double invade here, but he does have the Sage's Sanctuary. Is that going to be the saving grace? Just Chi comes back, and is he going to go down? No, Golden Kite is, however. This is Twisted Minds, pushing that mid lane, pushing top side of the map here, looking to aggress their base.
Yep, they're pulling them in all different directions. Twisted Minds, they have taken another T2 in the mid. It is now open for the T3s as well. Twisted Minds, they smell blood. They want this.
They do want this, and they are going to go and try and take it before that Tempest Dragon even gets onto the Gorge here. Tyrant looking to be taken down there for Clean. He gets that kill. That extra damage coming through for this siege is going to be huge.
All right, this is now a test of time. Can they last against the damage of TM?
They got to be careful. There's the Unbridled Burst. It catches onto nobody just there, unfortunately, for the side of Blacklist. Stampede comes through, tries to lock down Clean. He gets taken down. Chami won with that built-in immortality.
Yep, crazy stats and movements coming in, and that was crucial from the side of Chami 1. Right now, it's about damage limitation. Twisted Minds, they got the biggest reward. They got the T3 in the mid. But what more can they take? Because Blacklist are returning, and they're coming back with such force in the mid lane.
Exactly, and more importantly, they got the boys in blue. They have the minion wave into the mid lane here, trying to use that opal to clear them out, but they get the T2 here. Can Blacklist formulate some kind of comeback here, get that dominance going into their favor, into that mid lane?
I mean, I think it's dependent on the next decisive objective, right? If you take a look at what's happening now, I don't think they can push against Twisted Minds. Yes, you clear the jungles, get the buffs. That's the maximum extent of structural and map control you can do. At this point, I think you have to be patient, right? Wait for that Shadow Overlord, and then you plan your next move.
Wait for the Shadow Overlord. I mean, we are getting very much closer to that Tempest Dragon territory, right? We do have a minion wave pushing top side of the map here as well, but looks like Clean's just going to kind of clear that up, get some gold resources over to himself there as well, because he's not currently, actually he's 6 slotted itemized here as well. We do obviously not see that Unbridled Outburst not just come through there for Chaz. We heard a boom, but it wasn't the right one.
All right, we'll see how this is going to be like, because the Unbridled Outburst is such an important skill here. And Joshi, he might be baiting. I mean, he's already used 1 life of that Sage's Sanctuary, right? So it's on cooldown now. Let's see if he's going to use it again and potentially try and win the game from here. But you also have to pay attention. 90 is on the back lines. He's approaching. Golden Kite, he does not know he's there.
He doesn't know he's there, but that minion wave bot side of the map is going to put pressure onto the side of Twisted Minds. But there it is, 90 on the prowl. Only gets the knock up onto Dragon. The Unbridled Outburst catches onto non-Clean. Has the Sage's Sanctuary, gets taken down here, but it's going to be the proc of that. Can Golden Kite be the saving grace here? Because 2 members of Blacklist have gone down. Chami 1 with the speed, with the flash. He gets out alive, and it's just Chaz alive here, facing the full brunt of Twisted Minds.
He can't last. Chaz will be taken down, and Twisted Minds, this could be that opening they're looking for. Is Chami 1 against the wall for 20 seconds? I'm not sure if he can do it. Howling win.
How will he do it? He's got the Sage's Sanctuary though, that gets proc first, but now he has that immortality as well. The Ardent Jade steal, but Shanks gets the kill. Twisted Minds with a minion wave, top side of the map, gets game number 2.
A response from the side of Twisted Minds, a great one with that being said, and it is now 1-1 in this best of 7.